Thanks, Alex, and thanks for your leadership in terms of what you've done already.
Thank you. Bit nervous. Good morning, I'm Alex Akatiji, Streetworks Manager at SKU. I've worked in the utilities industry for the last 22 years. Today I'm going to provide you with insights into my lived experience, talk about what new innovation means to me, and raise awareness of how we can make Streetworks inclusive, accessible, skilled and safe for all. Losing consciousness is a terrifying thought for any of us, but for me it happens frequently. The first time it happened more than 10 years ago, I thought I was dying. I wake up on supermarket floors, outside my house, in the middle of the road. Nearly everywhere I go, I can collapse at any time, and almost always without warning. I can even collapse during a speech, but hopefully I won't. In 2015, I was diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which I now know is a condition that affects over 13,000 people, but it affects everyone differently. I'm in constant pain, covered in injuries because of the frequency of collapse. I have hurt my hips, shoulders, toes, elbows, cut myself countless times when I fall into the ground. I now have a dog Bluebell who stays with me while I come around from a collapse. And a couple of years ago, I made the difficult decision to start using a wheelchair to prevent further injury, and also standing up causes me to collapse. Life in a wheelchair means I see firsthand how far we still have to go to create an inclusive society for all. I've been accused of faking an illness, I've been stared at, I've had to take on the mental load of people's judgment as well as anxiety and depression from living with a health condition. The theme of today's conference is innovation. For me, it's about finding ways to affect change today. There are currently more than 16.1 million people living with a disability in the UK. This represents nearly a quarter of the population, and that number is likely a lot higher. Leaving the house for many can cause anxiety. The UK's infrastructure is still not accessible for all. Many tube stops do not have disabled options, and a lot of buildings don't have a ramped entranceway, meaning more than a quarter of the population are being refused access just for having a health condition. Accessibility issues exist across many platforms, but the one area where we can, in this room, affect change is Streetworks. I have visited sites that are compliant to the Red Book, but they are not accessible. Ramps are not securely fastened, there's debris in the road, which I've collapsed on, cutting myself, and a lot of the time I'm forced to take the road because footways are not accessible due to the existing infrastructure. It should not be accepted that someone has to risk their life using a live road to get where they need to go. Disability can affect anyone at any time. I spent 8 years trying to come to terms with my condition, but I don't want it to define me. I've realised rather than trying to find acceptance from society, I can use what this is teaching me to share with others so we can shape Streetworks and society for the better. I volunteered to lead the community pillar for HV30, where we are looking at how we can affect positive change in Streetworks. With the help of Gary Morgans from Caden and Mark Mixture from Thurrock, we have also set up Magic 4, an initiative that looks at improving accessibility in Streetworks operations. Since joining SKU, I have found a company which truly means it when they say it wants to make a difference, and with their support we have created an awareness training video which we are launching today and looks at Red Book guidelines through an inclusion and diversity lens. My dream is for our video to be used in Streetworks across the country and to become mandatory for every Streetworks employee. SKU will be showing it at their stall today along with a QR code to the link for you to use in your own training courses and presentations. As part of the HAUC Vision 2030 community pillar, we decided to focus on 3 areas: road worker abuse, building a skilled and diverse workforce, and accessibility and inclusion. No one should go to work and feel unsafe, and yet 60% of our road workers suffer abuse daily. That number is thought to be even higher, as a lot of incidents go unreported. As part of the HV30 pillar, we believe that steps need to be put in place to protect road workers. We need to create a culture where road worker abuse is not tolerated. Everyone in Streetworks should feel safe, respected, and able to stop works where the conditions are unsafe. The HAUC Act has a section where road workers can report any form of abuse, and the community pillar have also written to the Home Office and instigated a petition to request that this is added to the crime and policing bill that is proposed for shop workers. The perception around street works being unmanned and causing unnecessary disruption needs to change. The public need to be aware of the importance of the works and the safety requirements for completing them, which can cause delays. There also needs to be clearer messaging around why sometimes works can appear unmanned when there is a valid requirement. Through the community pillar, we believe more community engagement needs to be introduced to bridge the gap between the public's perception of street works and the reality for staff. The streetworks industry also currently faces recruitment challenges, with new entrants not being equipped with the tools they need to succeed. The vision is to make streetworks an attractive career with structure for progression, a minimum accreditation for all operatives, and apprenticeship options into the industry for all aspects. We need to build a diverse workforce that is able to cover the constantly increasing demands for streetworks. As part of the HV30 vision, we will continue to strive to ensure that we can recruit a skilled and diverse workforce, providing robust training to achieve optimal success. This is just some of the work HAUC is doing to make sure that streetworks is inclusive, accessible, skilled and safe for all. You can also access the HAUC app for further guidance on vulnerable road users. If you would like to see Scube's training video, make sure to head to our stand today, where I will be sharing more on the work we are doing as part of HV30 and how it can help. Everyone in this room has the power to affect change in streetworks, and I encourage you to take the first step today and think about what you can do differently.